Welcome to Xalet del Nin, where your whole wedding celebrations are framed by this sea and this horizon, and you're comfortably nestled in these super peaceful and green gardens. I am part of Costa and Mason, the Mason of Costa and Mason, and Salvador. Say hello, Salvador.
Hello, everybody.
He's behind the camera, and we're Costa and Mason, and we're going to give you a venue tour and tell you how we would design your guest experience for this venue. Yes, am I saying it right, baby? Anything else you want to say?
Perfect.
So your guests would come in, and up the other side of the stairs, they would walk past and up here, and here we have a lemonade stand in the shade. And this is where they mill, and this is where a little bit of awkwardness is. This is where there's curiosity, there's anticipation, there's all sorts of emotions going on in your guests now. And all they can see is your chairs with the ceremony focal point, with the sea and the sky as your horizon. Your ceremony focal point is here. And your guests come and sit down and murmur, and then it goes silent, and the processions happen. Do you want to show, baby? The processions happen from those archways down to the center and down the aisle here. And you've got to imagine that feeling of standing here, which I've done, we had our wedding here 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, baby.
3 years.
3 years ago, we had our wedding here. And we stood here, all emotional. It's a very special moment, and it's a weird, emotional moment because I cried halfway through the ceremony, and I didn't stop. And then that gives everybody else permission to express their emotion. And if you laugh all the way through the ceremony, everybody will laugh all the way through the ceremony. If you cry through the ceremony, everybody will cry through the ceremony. When the ceremony is over, we whisk you back into the house to have a moment alone whilst we're moving your guests round to the appetizer. So, guests funnel down here, come down here to flying carver, waiters with carver. And guests want to have a drink by that point. And this, going backwards now, walk down, is where we are now, the appetizer area. And here we could have a bar. And here we could have someone cutting ham. And here we could have a paella station. And the food here is incredible. In Spanish weddings in general, the food is incredible. The appetizer is 2 hours long with 16 delicious, delectable delights flying around, as well as the show cooking stations. People will be raving about the food in your wedding and raving about the food when they go home. This is where all those barriers break down and the alcohol's free flowing. You have entertainment here, a classic Spanish guitar troupe with a cajon. The party continues up here. Remember, we have high tables, we have low tables, we have comfy seating and a lot of shade as well. Something for everybody. Very much a garden party. The way the lawn connects with the sea and the sky, it's beautiful. Wherever you point a camera, it's amazing. And then when we go up here, as we go up here, right up here, generally, we always have a seafood barbecue up here, don't we, babe?
Yeah.
Prawns, clams, razor clams, mussels. Anything else, baby? Octopus, pulpo. Yeah. How could I forget pulpo? And this is your backdrop. As I said at the beginning, the sea is your backdrop for your whole wedding, wherever you are in this venue. And if you come down here, you'll see there's a path on the perimeter of the estate. And that's where you go when you want some space. when you want to make out with somebody, when you want to do your thing, whatever that is, that's there. And you can always hear the sea, and you'll always hear the thud of music up here. And now with the banquet nearing completion, sorry, no, the appetizer, isn't it? The appetizer nearing completion, we're going to go to the banqueting area. Beautiful, beautiful summer's day. So it's spring day. This is April, by the way. So the garden isn't quite yet in full greenery, but spring has happened.
The 5 piece.
I'm going that way. I couldn't, if I walked under the umbrella, I'd have taken my hat off, baby. The fire pit, wisteria. It's only out for another week, but what a lovely shady place. Come and relax. And at the beginning of the banquet, this place is empty, but by the end, sorry, not the banquet, the appetizer. At the beginning of the appetizer, everybody's out there enjoying themselves, having a lawn party. But by the end of it, you've eaten so much, you've drunk a little bit too, well, not too much, but you're merry, and it's time to sit down and rest. 2 hours standing. And this, imagine people very content, happily talking, sitting on every ledge and perch, having a good time. And then the banquet, on to the banquet. Salvador repositions the camera. This is the olive grove. And we would generally put the top table here, wouldn't we, in our weddings?
Yeah.
We put the top table here, and then you can have round tables and long tables. We always put a dance floor in the middle. This is where the community bonding cements. This is where the speeches are emotional and funny and happy and embarrassing. This is where we would put live entertainment to get you up and dance and really form a bond and memories as a group, as a community. This is a really fun bit of the party where the cement, the unity comes together. And then, have I forgotten? There was something else I was going to talk about here.
Espresso Martini Tower.
Pardon?
Espresso Martini
Oh,
Tower.
sorry, I didn't forget. Salvador wanted me to talk about, we're going to go on to the first dance and the disco. But before we get there, what we like to put in is an espresso martini tower. You know, that perfect combination of caffeine up and more alcohol shot to invigorate you, because at the end of the appetizer is probably about the lowest point, not the lowest, the most comatose point of the meal, because you've eaten too much and you've drunk a lot, and it's all a bit slow. So to invigorate people, we have an espresso martini tower where the bride and groom can top it off, and then we're on to the party. But before we get to the party, what has to happen first? The first dance. So imagine your guests. It's a great way of moving all the guests around all at once. And then you're up here with your partner. We have some dry fireworks and some music. And here, I found this very awkward in our wedding. It's not the part that I enjoyed the most. But we did our first dance. Very emotional. Very bonding, very together. And then we walked down and we did our father dance, father-daughter dance, mother-son dance, all of those other dances down here milling in the crowd. And then as soon as that was over, lights, boom of the disco. And a band immediately lights up at the back of this room. So imagine all this furniture moved as chill-out furniture, and this is your dance floor. Oh, that could be your dance floor, but this is your dance floor. The band on a stage, supported by a DJ, with lights flashing down. If you even got the budget, we make a club in here of your own choosing. the bar. This extended across. A chill out. A candy bar. More chill out. Out here, high tables. People can smoke if they want or drink, and you're not quite in the music. You've got chill out in the music, you've got chill out at the side of the music, and the third chill out is the fire pit. That's where we do the cigars for Dad and the 21-year-old bourbon. Have I forgotten anything, babe? No. Then, the super luxury bathrooms for everyone are downstairs, and there is access with an elevator as well. We'll come back to the bedrooms later, the getting ready rooms, and now we're going to go out to the alternative banqueting space. And what's incredible about this space is you are in a garden. And all these windows, these short paneled windows, peel away like this here. They peel away. So you can have the whole place open, or we use this early season or late season, early spring or late fall. And then we can control the temperature, keep one side shut, keep one side open. We can keep the temperature stable, comfortable for everybody. We put the top table, presidential table. We suggest a sweetheart table just here. Remember, for you, this is a 3-day event. So there's no need to be sitting with both families on a presidential table. This gives you a little bit of privacy, but not a lot of privacy. Again, long tables, round tables, dance floor in the middle, speeches, entertainment.
Hanging.
And Salvador's doing this to me, which I don't know what it means.
Hanging decoration.
Oh, you want to, Salvador loves a hanging forest in here. Yeah? Hanging greenery. Mm-hmm. Yeah? You can dress this place quite easily, very easily, to what you want. But what's fantastic about it is you're in a garden and you've always got a view of the sea. And now, you want to go that way, babe, and look at the building.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say, and now we're going to go and look at the getting ready room and the bedrooms, the suites that the house comes with. So first, the getting ready rooms. There is an elevator. And this is the bridal suite, or the getting ready room. Imagine mirror here, friends, bridal party spread around the place, loads of room for the cameramen to work, nibbles, carver here, and you have a morning of hair and makeup to beautify yourself and to manage those feelings and that perhaps anxiety or excitement. Everyone's different the way they feel it. And now we're going to go and see the other 7 bedrooms, suites. Yes, we're going to start with the junior suites, 3 junior suites. So this is a junior suite with the bathroom upstairs. This would be a studio flat in the city, baby. I would live in this in London. Yeah. I'd be quite content.
To live here?
Oh, yeah, to live here. And then the opposite suite is a mirror opposite of its twin bedroom. Again, the bathroom is upstairs, and with this bathroom, there is outside it a sofa bed, so there is room for an extra one in here. The next junior suite. At the rear of the house, but it has green views over countryside. This one is super convenient for anybody with mobility challenges because the bathroom is easily accessible and it's right next to the elevator as well. Now we're coming back to the stairs that we came up, and we're on to the second senior suite for important people, parents and the like. Comes with his own balcony. The house has kept as many original features that it could salvage. This is a glass glaze, which they had to, most of these were broken, they had to reinvent them and recreate them to match the original. Here there are many photo opportunities in the garden and up here for the bridal party getting ready. Yes, have I forgotten anything, baby?
No.
Another senior suite. This one perhaps is the biggest area with it. Have you seen the open plan bathroom with the bath, the lovely bath? And again, this has the town view, which look pretty at night when everything twinkles. Okay, now we're going to go upstairs and there's 2 more rooms to see. And we're passing on our right the crow's nest, as every good house would own a yacht or a ship. And so the crow's nest was for looking out for them coming home. This first bedroom up here in the eaves, this is the family room in my head. You know, if you've got kids, this is where they go. Or if you've got a sorority, you know, your college friends, because it's a twin. You've got a double, and do you want to go and see it? 2 singles. The quietest room in the house, furthest away from all the partying. Which brings us on to the last bedroom, which is quite spectacular in its own right. This bedroom has magnificent views. An open shower for the show. That's the last bedroom in the house that we're saying. Again, we got married in this venue. It was a wedding present from the owner. We have a very close relationship with the owner and with the caterer that works here most of the time. What else am I going to say, baby? We've got to say something. It's not just the end of the video. Don't use sign language. Talk. He doesn't like talking. What, baby?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Oh yeah, we've got to sign off the video. If you want to know everything that I haven't told you, and there's much more to know on top of that, drop us a line, give us a call,
Say hello.
send us an email, say hello, and we'll give you everything you need to know about this venue. Okay?
Yeah.
Do you want to say goodbye, Salvador?
Goodbye.
Goodbye. It's very childish there. Oh, I love you. Oh,
Bye bye. Adios.
Bye.